Good day and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. This is an educational and news report about current world events. So this video is about the ongoing situation that is taking place inside Afghanistan. It would appear that this is a unmitigated disaster for the United States in terms of what is currently happening. And I would say this is going to be a serious disaster for the current administration inside of the United States as well. Wherever you set on the political side of the equation, whether it's left, right, up, down, it really doesn't matter. If you are a citizen of the United States and hope to see the United States continue to flourish, and especially in regards to the way the United States sets in terms of foreign policy with its allies. This is just really bad. It doesn't get much worse than this, and it's probably going to have the optic of what has occurred in some previous rare but few disasters that have occurred in United States military history, from the evacuation of Hanoi and obviously quite possibly even Black Hawk Down in terms of what occurred in Mogadishu. So are we quite there yet? No, we're not, but something like that could be in the future, depending on what continues to transpire in Afghanistan. But the real question at this point, well, first let me back up and just kind of articulate what is happening. So the Taliban appeared to have taken control of Afghanistan for the most part. We're hearing reports that the Afghan president and senior leadership located in Kabul have fled the country. And Taliban units are now infiltrating and moving inside of the capital, Kabul. We've also heard reports of a limited shelling going on near the Kabul International Airport. And that would be a vital lifeline to evacuate U.S. personnel, the remaining few U.S. forces in and around Kabul, and obviously foreign missions as well that would like to get out of the country if this continues to deteriorate. We do know that U.S. forces are heading towards Kabul as we speak, if not already landing. There appears to be United States Marine units landing at Kabul. There is a U.S. infantry battalion on the way, as well as the Ready Brigade of the U.S. 82nd Airborne, which will be positioned in Kuwait and utilized as a rapid deployment force if needed to be flown into Kabul direct. And I would say that's a very good possibility that unit would in fact be deployed directly to Kabul at some point rather than remaining in Kuwait. But again, just back to this unmitigated disaster that could have been prevented. And the real issue for the United States, the U.S. military, and why this occurred was really the National Command Authority, the ability of U.S. forces in the region to immediately respond to things, the situation on the ground is greatly hampered because everything has to go through the White House right now. So any sort of military action that would ordinarily take place outside of just immediately protecting U.S. life and immediate property, any of that would have to go directly through the White House, and it is we're seeing the same sort of micromanagement that is now occurring in this administration that also occurred during the Obama administration as well. They were notorious for causing stresses inside the military because of the level of micromanagement that occurs. And there also appears to be a level of serious incompetence going on as well within the current administration in terms of being able to articulate information that they're getting from our intelligence resources in Afghanistan, our military analysis of what's going on in Afghanistan, and then re-articulating that information in a way that creates an element of positivity that simply is not there. And unfortunately, that seems to be occurring. The military does not have the ability to react. If the military had the ability to immediately react and not to be micromanaged, this could have been prevented. And this could have been probably prevented without even boots on the ground. Having the ability to react immediately with the use of overwhelming air power could have prevented this. And unfortunately, the current administration is going to go down quite possibly in history as the key leadership at the time in the United States who let the Taliban retake control of Afghanistan, unfortunately. And again, could have been prevented. However, uh, it's very hard to get an idea of what is going on inside of some of these civilian personnel inside of the White House, some of these political appointees. We are also hearing rumors that some of these political appointees simply do not want to see the United States succeed. So if you have that element of what you would say almost anti-Americanism inside of the administration, who doesn't want to see the United States succeed, then and they're policymakers, and they have the ability to micromanage the military and prevent an immediate reaction if an immediate reaction on the military side of the equation is necessary, and to really look at this and overthink it before letting the military do its job. And I think you're seeing the result of that sort of mentality now inside Afghanistan. And it's really unfortunate because a lot of U.S. personnel spent a lot of time in Afghanistan. A lot of efforts were made to prevent what is happening right now from actually occurring. If things were done a different way, I truly believe that this could have been prevented. But the concept of nation building without looking at completely destroying your enemy, which should have been done, I feel, in terms of Afghanistan, that would have changed the possible outcome. But therein lies the problem. For over 8 years, we changed policy and did not look at completely annihilating the enemy. And unfortunately, that sort of almost total war would have needed to occur in order to see success eventually on the ground. But that did not occur. The Taliban were able to go into Pakistan, reconstitute, and renew its efforts back inside of Afghanistan. And that falls on the shoulders in some cases to the Pakistanis. They have coddled in many cases the Taliban. The the architect of the 9/11 was a mortar shot away from the Pakistan military headquarters. And again, just the ability for the Taliban to flee into Pakistan, to train, to have medical relief, and to reconstitute, that was occurring. And partly the disaster that we're seeing now inside of Afghanistan is also the responsibility of Pakistan. They facilitated some of this. So that is what is going on right now. And again, just a completely unmitigated foreign policy disaster. Have a great day, everybody.